Oh, shit. Guys, I think I'm in the wrong Preston. No, this one's recording himself in an empty room and wearing Mickey Mouse ears? What the fuck? Oh, my head. Sorry guys, I actually blacked out there for a second. But I have something really important to talk about today. So if you guys can't already hear, I'm coming off the back end of a cold right now, so you guys can help me get better in one way by subscribing down below. Almost a year ago, the movie Everything Everywhere All at Once premiered in theaters all around the world. And I don't know about all of you, but for me, it redefined what cinema could be. It showed us that no matter how wacky and out of the box a movie may be, if it's a well put together story and executed right, then it'll be insanely financially successful. As of today, it's still A24's most successful film to date. But apart from the huge box office return and the multiple awards that the cast and the crew are winning, it does something even more important. And today I'm going to talk about how that reflects on the future of filmmaking. First and foremost, it proves that creativity isn't dead, thank God, and that sequels and remakes aren't the only things that are going to be financially and critically successful. Not that many of them have been that successful in the past few years. But Everything Everywhere All at Once success is going to allow for more indie and authentic stories to be made without having a connection to another franchise or a more successful series. People don't want to see the same thing over and over again, no matter how much more realistic you can make the lions look.
What the hell? Oh my...
I'm not one to gatekeep creativity, and especially I don't want to gatekeep anyone's experience in the movies, but this movie has shown that we as an audience want something original and well made that we can watch over and over again and not get tired of it and not hope there's another remake in 10 years. Next, and one of the most important things that I think it's going to bring to the future of filmmaking is genre bending. Now, if you know this movie, you better watch it if you're watching this video. It goes from cosmic sci-fi to drama to comedy to martial arts film, all in like a span of like 3 scenes, but they never feel like they're taking away from the impact of the story that's being told in that scene. So the Daniels were able to put in so many genres within one movie without making you feel like you're at an experimental indie film festival that you really want to leave. This mixing of themes and ideas, creating a better overall story, is so important for the future because it doesn't force every filmmaker to stick to one genre. Like, you don't have to have a full movie about comedy with really bad jokes that get old 40 minutes in. Now, there is ways to do this wrong, where if you have an action film that has no ties to sci-fi, and then in the last scene there's an alien that comes down and abducts them, and then it was like in the Matrix the whole time, don't do that. That's not well put together. It has to be a good story first and foremost, and it has to aid the characters in building their arc. Another thing, something I thought that everyone would know is obvious, audiences prefer authenticity. But this authenticity has to be shown through our characters. Flawed characters are good characters. Now, when you think of a movie like Captain Marvel, where her only flaw is that she doesn't know how powerful she is, and then after someone tells her how powerful she can be, she just becomes it. And that's an overarching theme in MCU that I've seen with a lot of characters. They weren't scared to make every character, even the same character from different universes, flawed in their own unique way. But the flaws that are so ingrained after being beat down their whole life that they take it out on everyone else without looking at the bigger picture. And that's what this movie's all about. Looking at the big picture without getting lost in it. And I'm sure if you can tell, the quality just changed. My camera just died as I was saying that line. So, moving on. I won't go too much into this next one, but this kind of touches on the flawed character and something I also mentioned in the Velma video I just made. Hollywood doesn't have to be scared of strong female leads. But another way this movie reflects on the future of filmmaking is it shows that good movies attract all audiences. And the disclaimer with this is that there are people who just sometimes don't like the same movies as you, and that's okay. But what I mean specifically for this movie in general and what it reflects is that the characters are so well written that it allows you to relate to them even if you don't have the same background, if you don't have the same nationality or family or financial situation. We pick the pieces that we most closely relate to, and that allows us to care more deeply about the character and the story being told. And then the last two that are less about the movie itself, but more about the impact on the world, is to never give up. Kihu Kwan, I hope I pronounced that right, I'm sorry if I didn't.
Hui Kwan.
After multiple decades of being told there was no roles for him in Hollywood, And his amazing performance and his success story of coming back is being awarded through all the actual awards he's winning. So if that's not motivation enough to keep going and never forget your dreams, then I don't know what is. And finally, something that Daniels fought personally for was to have this shown in a movie theater. People love going to the movies. Now, I'm not going to talk about AMC's price gouging for seats or any of the insane prices you pay to go see a movie, but the point is, this is one of the first movies that was shown post-pandemic in a movie theater. Only leads to the fact that not only big blockbuster movies are the only ones that are going to bring in the big bucks, because all these Hollywood studios are willing to allow these big budget movies to show in the theaters because they need that return from the box office, while these smaller budget movies, such as Everything Everywhere All at Once, isn't going to make that money back just going to the movie theater. They need to have streaming and DVD sales and all that stuff right off the bat to get back the money they put into it. But thankfully, this movie proved them wrong, and hopefully in the future it gives more confidence to Hollywood to allow for these smaller budget, more authentic, creative movies to be shown in theaters where they're supposed to be. But that is all I have for you guys today. So if you do agree with me, leave a comment down below, make sure you guys subscribe. But thank you guys for putting up with my sick voice, and thanks for watching.